Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, let me talk in English on the issue of the new Russia-North Korean security alliance after Vladimir Putin's visit to Pyongyang to meet North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. These critical questions raised by Victor Cho and Alan Kim at the CSIS in Washington, D.C. Suggest a lot of policy implications for South Korea. So I will briefly analyze and summarize the paper's core questions and summaries here. So in the early hours of a Wednesday morning on June 20th, Russian President Vladimir Putin arrived in Pyongyang for his summit meeting with Kim Jong-un. And that was, done in 24 years, signaling the importance of Putin places on his relationship with the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. So he was also treated, with lavish treatment, and the two leaders, produced significant, alliance agreement, making the two countries to automatically be involved in the military conflict if either parties are attacked by a certain outside forces. The Putin-Kim summit signifies a deepening strategic alignment between Russia and North Korea in their confrontation with the United States and its allies. And compared to their previous summit, during which the two leaders did not announce any deals, this meeting generated several summit deliverables that are deeply troubling to Washington and Seoul. This is very important. First, the two leaders hinted at their intent to continue arms cooperation between their countries despite the recent warnings from the G7 Leaders Summit in Italy. And second, their plan to establish alternative mechanisms of trade and mutual settlement is a direct rebuke, and it put additional pressure on the global sanctions regimes that are already falling apart. Last but not least, but most significantly, both countries signed a comprehensive strategic partnership treaty and pledged mutual assistance to each other in the case that either of them were to come under attack, reviving what seems to like an old Cold War alliance between the two countries. So, what does the mutual assistance clause mean? So, according to the Article 4 of the new Comprehensive Strategic Partnership Agreement between Russia and North Korea, as I explained just before, if either country falls into a state of war, the other shall provide military and other assistance with all means without delay. So it manifests that Moscow and Pyongyang are forging a full-fledged military alliance, circa the Cold War. What is new and particularly notable is that this renewed North Korean-Russia alliance is based on the mutual opposition to the United States and the Western liberal order, including South Korea, rather than based on common ideology. And it is a very long-term strong commitment by Russia to North Korea. So another question could be, what are the implications of the deepening alignment between Russia and North Korea? Very important question also. So if Kim Jong-un drives a hard bargain and demands high-end nuclear and missile technology for North Korea's ammunition supplies, Putin may have no choice but to provide that technology, in which case North Korea would benefit from fielding a nuclear weapons before nuclear weapons force that could evade U.S. missile defenses with high-end intercontinental ballistic missiles and nuclear submarines. So while the United States and its allies could contend with such a challenge, while United States and its allies could contend with such a challenge, it would greatly complicate the security picture given the challenges of preparing for a Taiwan contingency. So the question for is that what should the United States do? This is the most direct and appropriate response would be for the United States, Japan, South Korea, and the Philippines to consider a common collective defense framework. This is very important. In the coming NATO summit, this could be discussed. The United States should suggest the most direct and appropriate response. That would be for the United States, Japan, South Korea, and the Philippines to consider a common collective defense framework. So this kind of framework will be functioning properly. So this may push Kim Jong-un more into the arms of Putin, in which case Beijing could also be encouraged to lean on Russia, leveraging the substantial industrial assistance that China has given to Russia during the war. So this is a very important interaction. The conclusion could be that neither of these are good choices for China, but they would place greater responsibility at the feet of the Chinese, which they must bear if they want to be a global lead player. So the key question and suggestion in this paper is that we should devise a collective security mechanism against North Korea, Russian new military alliance, possibly involving 4 countries, United States and South Korea, Japan, and the Philippines. I think this is very important conclusion. Thank you.